Hello, students and my students and students of the world. If you're watching this, um, welcome to another session in Mr. D's math class. This time, I guess this might be strictly for my students, but sometimes publishers make assignments, and I did get this from Math Makes Sense assignments. Sometimes it's kind of hard to explain why they do what they do. For example, in this question, 2 divided by 1/3, and I know I illustrated this in the last video, 3.5. The part I don't understand is why they have these extra notches in between these 1/3s. I just don't think it's necessary, because really all it is going to confuse people, because you've divided this whole from 0 to 1 into 6 pieces. That means your fractions here that we should be using should be 1/6, but well, it's not. The question is asking for how many 1/3s are there. So it should be easier to just transform this number line into just 1/3s. In this case, it'll be very easy for students to see where the 1/3s are. Here they are. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, etc. Okay? Same with these other questions. Again, like, I don't understand why from 0 to 1 they have to include all these other notches, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, they divided this, they divided this 1 into 6, when the fraction that they're using, really, it should just be a half. So maybe if I could illustrate this to you, students of mine, really this number line should just be, let's go 0 to 3, because that's the whole number that we're using. If half is the fraction that we're using, then we really just need halves. Because this way you can see how many halves there are in 3. In this case, 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to spoil the answer for you, but so if you're doing this and this number line from the assignment is too confusing, just use it. Okay, do what I demonstrated for you. You can do this on loose leaf instead of using this number line. Okay, this is kind of trying to confuse you, I suppose, and it's just trying to get you an answer. I guess they're just asking you to count how many 1/3s there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I suppose, in this case. But to me, I think it makes more sense, especially if you start modeling these questions, to use a number line that works. And this, honestly, is just a little too confusing. I would rather you just use a different number line for each of these, okay? And if you don't hear my explanation in class, you're hearing it here now in our YouTube channel, my YouTube channel. And so use a different number line for each of these. You don't have to use this one, okay? Because it's too crazy. It's using literally 3 different denominators, 8, 4, and 2. And well, and it doesn't even go all the way up to 4, which is the whole number we're using over here. So try to use a different number line and try to use the instructions that I gave you, please. Okay? Yeah, and the instructions are, if from the previous video when we did 3.5, dividing whole numbers and fractions, which is these notes over here. Okay? But suppose, for the sake of it, let me take the time to demonstrate, let's say, this one. Okay? How many 2s are in a quarter? Well, let's try that. I'm going to demonstrate it down here. It's just 0 to 2. And I told you that instead of using this, which is kind of confusing because I have all kinds of numbers over here and fractions over here, why don't you just redo it? Make our life easier. The fraction that we're working with is quarters, so I'm going to divide these into quarters. And there they are. They are in quarters. And now it's asking how many of this whole thing, how much of this whole number 2 can fit in this quarter, because this is 1/4. So how much of this entire thing can fit in there? Well, let's count how many of these quarters there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 of them. There's 8 quarters in here. How many of those 8 can fit in this one? Well, probably 1 out of the 8. Okay? So try to use this kind of illustration, because really you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these, and you can only fit one of them in this little space, 1/4. Okay? So I hope this helps. Just try to use your own number line exactly the way I've shown you. Okay? You don't have to use this number line, because I don't know why they suggested this. It's just too many different denominators. It's just going to be confusing to you. Yes, there's 8s in here. Okay, I guess it's exercising you on equivalent fractions also, but if you're trying to look after different denominators in the question, it's hard for you to focus on which one is which. Okay, and it might take a little too long if I explain what each of these fractions mean in different denominators. Okay, so that's just a little piece of advice that I was willing to give you. I thought maybe it might be helpful. So good luck with the rest of this assignment. And if you do have any questions, please write me a comment in the comment section below, and I will try to read it as quickly as I could. Have a good day.